Hi everyone, welcome. In today's video, we will see how we can update this timeline section in any of the records. So I have created one trial instance. I have opened this and we are taking an example of the case. So generally in our projects, we get the requirement that we have to update the timeline section. Update in the sense we have to do the sorting, or maybe we have to do the filtering part. We want to change the text of this. So this is the activities we see here. We see the notes, we see the post. So if I click on this, these are the activities. These are the activities. So maybe we get the requirement that we don't want this task to show up here. So here we can create a note. I also want to add a post so that from the timeline section we can add the post. So example here, these are actually, we can see that got filtered and sorted using this date. Okay, so we want, this is a modified on date. So we want to sort it according to the created on date. So those kind of things we generally get, but we usually don't know how we can do that. So in today's video, we will see how we can do that, how we can actually edit the forms which is visible in this timeline section for the activities. Okay, like here, this is a note. So I can see it is showing created by user, and here we see created on date. Now we want to change the text like notes modified by, and then we have to see the name. And similarly here we want modified on. So let's see how we can do that. So I'm opening Maker portal. So like you see, I have taken the example of case entity. So we will use the case part here. So this can be done for any entity, but today I have taken an example for the case entity. So let's see how we can do that. So I have created one solution, that is timeline customization, and in that solution I have added only single entity, the case entity. So let me open that. So we have to go into the form. So this is my form. There are many forms, but as of now we are using this form. So I am opening that form and we will try to navigate to the same section where we have to do the modifications. So my section is present inside the summary tab. So I'll go to the summary tab. I'll go to this tabs control, and here if you see, this is my timeline section. As of now I can see that there are some errors, but I think it should show yes. So it is showing the timeline section. So I have only two sections, summary and details. And in summary, so if you try to match it, this is the exact section that we are looking for, because whenever we click on any any field, so properties will come onto the right hand side. So that's why we want to go to the timeline section. So let's click on this timeline section and let's see how we can edit it. So whenever you click on that, onto the right hand side you will see the timeline section. So here these are the activities that are visible, and it is saying record types to show. So if you see, it is currently showing activities and notes because we have ticked only these two things. So if I go there, now if I click onto this, yes, I see all the activities and I see notes. So first point is I want to visible the post option. So what I'll do, I'll go there, I'll click on to this post, I will save it. So my save is completed. I'll click on this publish. So once it is published, we will be able to see here the post as well with the activities and notes section. So let's wait for this operation to get completed. You can see that publish is completed. So let's go and check by refreshing the page. So let me open the case. So I'm opening my case and here I should see that post should be added. So here if you see, now I will be able to add a post from the timeline section. So this is the first point. That's how we can add the entities onto this area, or we can remove it. So if we want to remove the notes, now you know that we can just uncheck it and it will be removed. From the activities section, we can tick whatever we want to show inside this activities section. So that also you can do. As of now, I'm seeing appointment, email, phone call and task. If I want to add or remove more, I can check and uncheck it from this option, from the activity types. So this is the second point. Now, let's talk about notes. So here, if you see, currently it is sorted by the created on date. So whenever I can see, let's suppose I want to see the notes section. So first of all, let me see, this is how we can do the sorting part. Okay, new year to older or older to newer. Okay, so here I have sorted by this option. So I can see the first one here. So as of now, this notes are sorted according to the created on date. So that means if this is the first one, this got created on 1st of January. Okay. Sorry, on 11th of January, and this got created on 5th of January. So even if I modify this, I will see this one onto the top because currently it is modified by the created on date. Sorry, it is filtered by the created on date. So let's try that. So let's suppose I will put it 11 and updated on 19th January and I'll save it. So if you see, still I can see this one here and the updated one also at the bottom. So even if I refresh my timeline, I still see this one here. So if we want to show the data, the notes according to the modified on date, and if you want to change the text of this according to the project requirement, if you want to sort it according to the modified on date, and we want to show here modified on, then let's see how we can do all kind of customizations, how we can update these forms. So let's go back again to the form. So here I will just open the notes section. So first point is I want to sort it according to the modified on date. So I will change it to modified on. Now if you see the configure form option, so this is the default form that we can see as of now. So if we want to change it, we have to edit it. So I'll just click on to this edit form. So these are the certain options that actually Dynamics provide us to do the modification. So up to this extent only we can do the modifications as of now for that notes entity. So this is the header section, this is the body section, and this is the footer section. So as of now we can see the created date, right? And as you go there, we'll see created by basic funda. Okay, this is the user and this is the header part. Testing demo is the description part, that means it is the body part, and here we will just see the footer part, which is the created on date. Okay, this title and descriptions, everything comes into a into a body part only. So these two things like testing demo and all, that will come onto the body part. So let's go there. First, I want to change the text of my header. So if I will change it to modified by, because of course now I'm showing the data according to the modified by, so let me change it to the modified by. Now here if you see, the label has been changed to modified by itself. So that means now instead of created by user, I will see modified by user. And if I want to use the default label, then the label option will change to note modified by. So this is according to our requirement. If I want to show note modified by and the modified by user, then I will check this. If I want to show like this only modified by, then I can check this. But I want to show like this, note modified by. Okay. And these are the certain options. If you want to show or hide the label, then you can select it. But as of now, I want to show it. Okay. Now this is the label option, title part. This is the description part. So if you can see here, this is showing testing demo and demo. So if I edit it, this is the testing demo part and this is the description part. So the title is as of now the hidden, the description is also hidden, but as of now for the testing purpose and to demo it to you, let me show this. So the title label is shown. Okay, now this is the footer part. Here also now we have kept it everything according to the modified on date. At the footer also I want to show the modified date. Okay, so here it will show modified by user. And here I want to show modified on. So the label also got changed. If you see, before it was showing created on, which was this. Okay. Now I will change it to modified on. And label option will be shown. Okay. So we have done 3 changes. The label we have changed it with the modified by. The footer we have changed it, the label part and the date field. And currently we are saying okay, please show the label title. So if I select done, we have changed the sort by modified on. I'll save it. If I have already published it. Now let's go and see the changes. I have already refreshed it. Now let's see the changes. So let me see newer to older. So we know that we have 2 notes. Now if you see, the text has been changed. The note modified by basic funda. If you see the title, because if you remember we have selected the show option in the label onto the title part. That is the reason this title part label is also visible. Here we can see the modified on. So now it is sorted by the modified on. So if I try to modify this, so second update, so it should show onto the top. Okay, so I'll just refresh it. Now if you see the second update, so I just modified it and that is the reason I see onto the top. I have changed the text. I have kept the label option show. That is the reason the title label is visible and this date has been changed. The sorting has been changed. So with the help of this button, we can always create a new activity, notes or post. We can apply different kind of filters here. So with the help of this option, we can apply the filters onto the timeline section. We can, sort it according to the increasing or decreasing order using this option, sorter newer to older. With the help of this, we can just collapse all the, all the activities inside the timeline section, or we can, expand it. So that's how the sorting filtering part can be done. I have shown you how we can hide different kind of activities inside this timeline section, how we can change the form, and similarly like we did for notes. So if you go on to the post, so you can do the same thing here. Even if inside the activities, if I take an option of email, so here if I go there, so this is the email option, right? So here we see email from this person and all this. Even if I want to change the text or anything, any dates or anything, I can just simply go here. I can see here it is enabled. So if I don't want to show it, I can disable it. I have checked this option to give the ability to directly create the email from timeline. There are different forms that I can modify, but with this option you can see this is the default form, from where this is the same how we have done the modification. But there is one more thing. If you see this, as soon as I change the email card form, I can see one more option here. Okay, so I have changed this. Now this is label, which is showing priority. Okay, now if I want to edit this form, then also I can go to this email card form. If I go to the default form, which is currently visible into the timeline, that is email from, if you see, this is email from and this is the person. Okay, so it takes that person name by default from the form, okay, whosoever has sent it. So this is the things which we can modify, and some part is directly handled by the dynamics in the background. Okay, now if I want to change some other form, there is only one option, that is email card form. So let's suppose we'll see if we apply this, what we will see. So if I click on done, I'll save it, I'll publish it. First we will see how it will look with the new form, and then we will see how we can modify it. So I have saved it. Once publish is completed, we'll go to our environment, we'll refresh our page and we'll see the changes. So this form is also getting open up. So we'll see this later, but as of now, this is published. Now refresh it. So currently we'll see email from the person name. Open the case. I'll go to any record. Now let's go to the email. So as of now, I'm just simply looking into the email part. Okay, so I want to show only activities and I want to see only email, so that would be easy for me, right? So now if you see the form, the look of this timeline onto that email particularly has been changed. What we will see here is priority. We will see the priority of the email, and this is, I think, the subject and the text, okay, according to this, to the form. Let's open that form. So header, we will see priority. Okay, this label is visible. In the body part, yes, we will see the subject, but the label, that subject itself is hidden. So we will see the description, and in the footer part, we will see the to, okay, like it is for whom. So this priority normal, this is the subject, this is the description, and to whom it got, like it was sent to. Let's see, just to confirm, we'll open this record, okay, and we can see that yes, it was sent to this person. So that's why in the footer we can see to, this is the from part, this is the subject, and this is the description. So if I go here, we are correct, and this is the priority. Do I see the priority? Yes. Okay, now if you see, this is the form we are using. This form got open up. So now let's see how we can customize this form. So first, before that, let's understand what is happening onto the timeline section. So now what we have done is we have selected this form, and now this form is visible. Okay, so what we can see is priority normal, Okay, so this is the header part, this is the body part, and this is the footer part. Okay, so let's try to match this with the form. So if you see priority normal, so I go here, this is the header part, so I can see the priority written there, which is coming from this label, and the value is coming, 1 minute. So priority text is coming from this label, but the value is coming from this pick list. The first thing. So there are certain rules also that you have to remember, that only first two fields are taken up from the header part. So first field is priority, so it will go on to the header part, that is priority and normal. Anything whatever is the value will come from here. Now let's talk about first this footer part. I can see here this is 2. So let's see in footer. Okay, yes, I have set that label option show only on hover, and that is 2. Now from where the value of 2 is coming? So this is from here. So as I mentioned that it takes the value from this, and from the header only first two fields are considered. That is the reason this field is not at all considered. Now let's talk about this detail section. Whatever we want to show into the body part, that will go inside this detail section. As of now, here we see these 3 fields, that is subject, description and regarding. The label is not visible because these 3 options are hidden. So directly the value of subject, description and regarding are visible. The values are coming from here, and those are directly visible here. If you want, as of now, what I'll do is I will show this. So label will also be visible. Okay, and even I will put it as show. Okay, now let's first we'll see this so that we'll not get any confusion. So I'll just save it. So what we have done is we have actually opened up all the label section, so that once it is visible we'll see how the changes are getting applied onto the real form. So the conclusion is the label part is coming from this form, and the data will come from here. Nothing will be taken up from this footer section. First two value of header should be taken up, and the detail section will be visible inside the body part. So it is published. Let me refresh it. So let me go on to the case, open up any record. Now let's see the email, this one. Okay, now let me expand it. So if you see, this is the subject, this is the description, and this is the regarding, and this is the to. So all the labels are now visible. Okay, this is the first thing. Now let's open up the form again. Now we will see the changes what we can do. So example here, you don't want to show the priority, instead you want to show from. So what you will do is, here you will go, so this is the from, I'll put it here, I'll remove it from here. So from to due date. Okay, so other things will remain same. Here only I'll just see the form. I'll save it. I will publish it. Here also I'll close this. I'll close this. So this got published. Now let me edit this form. So first, before that, let's try to refresh it. So let me go to the summary, tabs control, conversation tabs. So here, scroll down. This form is selected. So if you see, because I have changed it to from, I have published it, and then whenever like I refreshed it, I can see the label has been changed. The other things are still same. We have done the show part here, we have done the show part here, but this label got changed. Why? Because it has adjusted itself according to this form which we are using. So it will show the label as email from. Oh, I'm so sorry. If I uncheck it, it will only show from, but I want to show it like email from, and the value of from will come from here. So let's now just do it quickly. I'll just click on save. I'll do it publish. Sorry, I'll do the publish, and then we'll see the changes. So currently I'm showing you for one of the activities, that is email, but same kind of things you can do onto the other activities type. Also, you can do the modifications onto the post form by going here. So some forms will give you the ability to use some other form, but in notes, if you remember, we have not got that option. There were only one option, that is the single form. I am not getting one more form here to select, to edit it. So these are all out of the box customization that is available, that is provided by Dynamics, and that only we can use. The publish has been completed. Now let's go and let's refresh the environment to see our new changes. So let me open up the case. Now here we'll see onto the email part. So if you see, this is the example, the email from, and it is coming from this person. This is all same, everything is same except this thing. So that is how we can update it according to our requirement of the project. Now if we want to even confirm it, so if I will try to open this, you see here the from field which is here is as per this. So everything got updated correctly. So that is how we can update the forms according to our requirement. So I have shown you for notes. Similarly you can do for post. I have shown you for one of the activity, that is email. So you can do even for the other activities using the forms. Don't get panicked, because somewhere you will see some other forms to edit. Maybe somewhere you will only get one option to edit. So those are the out of the box things which are provided by the Dynamics. So somewhere we can go up to some level to customize it according to us, but somewhere it is not recommended by Microsoft to edit it. So I hope you have learned something from this session, and this is the things, and there are many more things which you can do. So now I can see, like, you can also go to this section and you can try it out, and if you have any questions, please post those questions into the comments. I will try to answer those. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos. Thank you. Thanks for watching it. Bye bye.